What is up, DCS Crew? Good day to you. Now, today we are doing an episode of Pocket Real Estate. It is Sunday, and I got some yard work I got to do. So technically, I got two knives that I have on me today. Well, technically three, because I always keep, some type of multi-tool aside from my folder. But today I happen to have three because I got yard work, and I'm cutting out some mushrooms and stuff that are, coming up in the yard, and they're growing like weeds. And the truth is, I don't want my dogs to eat any of that. I don't know if they're poisonous or not, so I'm just cutting them out while I can. And so today's kind of in the pocket is my Ontario Rat number 3. I've been using this for weeks, guys. This is an awesome little fixed blade. Don't listen to the haters. They'll tell you that SE is the way to go. But the truth is, for a budget, you really can't go wrong with an Ontario Rat number 3. This is a 7 Rattles Bushcraft custom sheath with a tech lock. And yeah, so there you have it. So that's one of the knives I'm carrying today. But once I'm done with my yard work, my main knife is the Gray Ghost. This is the Buck Marksman. This is a special edition in gray G10. It is a G&G Hawk collaboration with Buck Knives, sold exclusively through SK Blades. Now, SK stands for Silver Knights. And the cool thing about this, you may have seen it in my Blade Show video with Eric from The Outer Limitless. He actually has a version of this as well, and I forget the name off the top of my head. I think it's the Inferno, but it's a black wash blade and orange handles. Really badass, especially for hunting. I'm more of a city guy, so I picked up the Gray Ghost. It's been around for quite some time. I want to say at least a year and a half. But I mean, immaculate action. It's got this really cool lock in the back. The SLS lock, I think I want to say. But safe locking system. It's something that you can lock, and your hand is never going to be in the path of the blade itself. So, and I mean, I'm going to be honest, this is probably one of the best actions that I have in a knife that I've ever had. I mean, it's drop shut. This thing is a guillotine. I'm telling you guys right now. And plus, my friend put an awesome edge on this using his Wicked Edge system. And yeah, this thing freaking cuts. Like Doug Marquita says, it will kill. So there you have it, folks. This is Boss heat treated S35BN. This is one of the SK Blades exclusive offerings, kind of like this guy that I reviewed on the channel not too long ago. It is back. This is the SK Blades Frontier. This is Boss heat treated Bucks Boss heat treated D2 CPM D2, if I'm not mistaken. Burlap micarta, and if you notice, it's got a brand new sheath. This isn't the custom leather one that they had. This is one that was done by my buddy Mark Irvin over at Extreme Edge Custom Kydex, and I also got this awesome little micarta lanyard with this this rope, this paracord from the ZNC Metalworks. Huge shout out to them. Anyways, it's not about that, it's about this. So let's go ahead and see size comparisons. Spyderco Para 3. You've seen this guy already. This is the Artisan Centauri that I am reviewing currently on behalf of the Pass Around for the Apex Pass Around. Shout out to Apex Pass Around for that one. Let's see here. This is the Kershaw Atmos. This is a Dmitry Sinkovich design. And what else we got here? What else we got? Let's keep the carbon fiber going. This is the Solid Terminus XR in BDZ1 steel. This is the Tangram Vector. Tangram, you guys got to come out with some new stuff. That's a really awesome design. I don't know why they don't continue with that one. All right. And speaking of Asian companies, we've got the Honey Badger Worn Cleaver in D2. Really badass. This is a limited edition medium-sized version. The Kaiser Rogue, and is there any other ones that are on here? Maybe not. Oh, here's one back here. All right, Kim Ning Clutch with what I feel is Kaiser's version of the sheep's foot hinderer. This is the Kaiser Sovereign. This is one of their Vanguard lines. This is one of the last ones I picked up when they were still offering VG10. So that being said, VG10 S35VN, Boss heat treated S35VN, because Buck Knives is boss. Actually, that's not what it is. Truth is, the BOS heat treatment that you see, and there's that little designation with the flame, the BOS, and then the blade steel right under it. That was actually designed by, it was a special method for heat treating the knives by Paul Boss, and that's actually what made Buck's 420 high carbon steel so awesome. It was one of those things that, 420 high carbon steel is actually on the very low end of the spectrum. It's kind of like the US's version of, HCR 13 MOV. But what happens is, you heat treat it right, and it ends up being a really, really good high quality steel. And it's not just, where you heat treat it to, by the way, this is HCR 13, but it's not just the way it's heat treated, it's the HRC. There's a lot of other things that are combined to be able to go ahead and create the full process that Paul put together. He no longer actually does the heat treat himself. The heat treatment is actually done by one of his apprentices, but he actually has it set up so that if you are actually building some knives and you want to have it heat treated in a similar fashion, you can reach out to him. If I'm not mistaken, he has a link through Buck's website, and he can quote you a price and how much it would be to have your knives heat treated through them. So I know that in the US, I think it's Pete's heat treatment or Peter's heat treatment, which is really big for like small batch heat treats. I think Chris from Transparent Knives uses them, and I have one of his knives, by the way. I have a fixed blade, which is great, but Paul Boss and Boss's heat treatment, I mean, you really cannot go wrong. This is probably the American gold standard when it comes to heat treats. So to have it in S35VN steel in this kind of setup, I mean, you have the deep carry clip that's about as deep as it gets, because the screws are actually from up here. You just have to unscrew it, and you can actually tap it for the other side, which is awesome. You don't have holes tapped for either side. You just have these here in the middle. That's a really cool design factor. I mean, I would say that this is probably wow, that action is just insane, guys. You have the Spidey hole. Well, you don't have the Spidey hole because it's not round, but you have this oval hole over here that you can use. You can flick it open, and like I said, because of the way that this lock is designed, it basically, when it opens, you're going to see this kind of go back a little bit. You see that? It's because there's a little divot here. Maybe you can see it. Okay, and it causes this to move back. So then it opens, and then I'm trying not to cut myself. And then right there, it opens one more time to allow the blade to come in. And right here, it basically acts as a stop for like that lock. So as you're using it, you literally would have to break this piece of metal that's on the knife, or this over travel stop that's in here, which you can't really see. So I'm gonna see if I can use my trusty light. And there we go. You would actually have to use that over travel stop right there and break it in order to be able to disengage this knife on you. I mean, and if you do that, I mean, Lord help you, you didn't need a folding knife to be able to use in the first place. But in any case, it's awesome because you can hold it like this, do whatever it is you have to do, and then the moment that you have to, disengage it, it actually has jimping on both sides here. You basically grab it and you pull it back. So you pull it back, and it falls right shut. It is on bearings. The only thing is, this is not the easiest thing to take apart, and I've been wanting to go ahead and check it out for a while. But the truth is, I'm just being a bitch, and I haven't taken it apart. I really like their clip is parkerized instead of just that DLC feel to it. They also did the same thing to the hardware. They blackwashed the back here as well as the back spacer here towards the bottom. And I mean, as you can see, even the screws and stuff, they've seen some wear, because the truth is, I've used this knife. It's been through some shit. It's been in my pocket, and it's really this is one of these knives that it's American made. It's a great deal. I think it's like 125 bucks, and you can typically see them on the secondary market for about 100. If you have the chance to get this knife, even if it's the 154 cm version, pounce on it, because this is a classic. You don't see a lot of collaborations with, G&G, Grant and Gavin Hawk. With Buck, if I'm not mistaken, that's the only one that they've ever done with them. But they always have some really unique designs, and this is something that I feel is, in all honesty, one of the best designs that Buck came out with that was slept on. Do not sleep on this, guys. I'm telling you, this is probably one of the best American-made knives that I have ever known. And I mean, I've I carry quite a few of them. I love my ZTs. I love the TRM. With the Atom. I haven't tried. Excuse me, the Neutron. I haven't tried the Atom yet, but I like the Neutron. And my favorite automatics out the side are Protex. But man, guys, let me tell you, this is when I need something that's gonna be doing work, and I don't have like my Para 3 out, guys. This is the worker right here. And I mean, don't let the edge fool you. It took a lot to be able to dull the crap out of this knife before I gave it to my friend to put it on his Wicked Edge. And he put a nice little edge on there for me. Something I can't do yet on my KME, but don't hate. I'm learning. But that's basically it, guys. This is what's in my pocket today. As this is the tenant for my pocket real estate. I'll say it like that. God, I gotta get used to that. So, anyways, again, this is the Great Ghost. It is available exclusively via the SK Blades website. Go ahead and check that out. They have some really awesome buck designs that you can only pick up through them because they have worked exclusively with Buck to be able to go ahead and commission these knives to be done. So, I mean, and aside from that, the really cool thing about these knives is no matter which version you get through them, you get it in the standard Buck box, and it does come with Buck's lifetime warranty. And I'm trying to see if it says it here. No, it doesn't. Okay, but it does come with their warranty, and it does have its special designation. Okay, so this is the Marksman, as you can see here, and yeah, I mean, guys, you really do have to check this guy out. Anyways, that's basically it. This is what's in the pocket today. And just remember, guys, whether you choose, a Chinese knife, whether it's made in USA, it could be ACR13 MOV or S35V. And just remember, if you EDC, think of DCS, guys. That's basically it. Putting this back in my pocket. I'm going to put in some work today on the mushrooms. Go ahead and take them out with my Ontario Rat 3, also made in the USA. And I hope you guys have a great day. I am Carlos, this is DCS, and I will catch you guys later.